What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and I know it's been a little while since we put a video out, but we are back, and I'm going to be committed to this channel, guys. Do not worry. We'll be getting some shorts out there, hopefully almost every day, too. With that as well, I'm going to be coming on here, hopefully getting you guys 2 videos a week, at least 1 video every single week, but my goal is 2 to 3, who knows, maybe even 4 videos if we can pump them out every single week on this channel. In October, November, and December, I guarantee you guys I will get at least 1, if not more, videos every single week on this channel. I want to help try to build this channel up too as well. I also have an announcement coming soon as well, a new podcast in the works with another MMA combat sport channel, but I'll get into that once the pieces come together a little bit more. We're trying to figure out exactly everything right now, but for now, in this video, we're going to be talking about UFC 307. So starting off, early prelims, nothing too exciting here. The prelims themselves, nothing too exciting as well. I am a little excited for the Stephen Thompson-Buckley fight. I mean, both of these guys ranked 9 and 11 respectively in the welterweight division right now. So the welterweight, like I've said for a little while, there's been a lot of great guys within this kind of grouping here that we see, and guys that are unranked as well, good prospects. So this one will be interesting. Another interesting point is I don't know exactly where we're going to see Kevin Holland. He says he's 15th ranked here, but that is in welterweight as well. But I'm assuming that he's going to be staying at middleweight. We'll talk about that for that fight. But for this one, Buckley wins. He's 9th, I would think. I don't know if they put him above Gilbert Burns? Maybe. Obviously, he's not going to get above Ian Gary at this point. But it'll be interesting to see where they put him there. If Thompson wins, does he move? He moves up over Burns, I would assume, because they're not just going to keep him in the same spot after he wins. But he's not going to go above Ian Gary, right? So I don't know. There's some interesting spots. Like I said, there's some guys holding up the top around this area. So we'll see what happens with them. But now, starting with the main card. I'm not going to give a prediction on this fight because I guess I'm excited to watch it, but I don't know. I don't really have a prediction. But here we go. The 5 main card fights. In the Sphere, I didn't have a video coming out, but I'm going to be honest with you guys because there's no reason for me to lie. Like, if I come on here and I don't do a prediction video, but we should be getting them out, like I said, there's no reason for me to lie to you guys and say, oh, I went 5-0 on the Sphere. That was my worst card all year and probably almost ever, honestly. Like, usually, if I have a good card, I've had some perfect main cards going 5-0. Sometimes it's pretty easy. I would say there's always at least one fight on each card that is about 50-50, if not more. I'm saying even there could be 4 minus 800 favorites, but there's always going to be one that's very, very close that we never know. So that's why it's very hard, in my opinion, to go undefeated on the main card. But I would say on average, I at least go 3-2 or 4-1. I feel like my predictions have been fine. I could pull up the stats to back it as well. So I have all my notes apps and stuff, but I wouldn't lie to you guys, okay? But that being said, UFC 306 in the Sphere was terrible for me. I had Grasso, I had O'Malley, I did have Diego Lopez, love Diego Lopez, and I believe I had Rodriguez. I'm pretty sure I had Zellhuber though. So I'm pretty sure I went 2-3, which is my worst by far in a long time. I don't know the last time that I've had predictions that bad on a main card. I've had some troubles. Most of the time in the main event, I'm pretty spot on. It depends on what's going on. 306 was one of those where it didn't go so well for me. 305, I did pretty well in this. I had Drickus, I had Kai. I don't think I had a prediction on the Dan Hooker-Gamrot fight. And then I did have Ty winning this, and then I had Prates winning this. I don't know why I didn't have a prediction on this, which was interesting. But that being said, let's go to 307 here. So hopefully I want to redeem myself after the last card. First card back on the channel here. I mean, you guys already know who I'm going to go with here. You can see on the banner. If you guys don't already know, another video will be coming out later this week. So I'm going to save my complete breakdown of, I guess I'll give a little bit of a breakdown here, but as we can see with this fight, Kevin Holland is the favorite as of right now. If he wins this fight, break into the top 10. Like I said, a video about my GOAT, Kevin Holland, coming out later this week. Do not even worry about that. I think it's going to be a close fight. The odds definitely reflect that. It's a very interesting fight because we're seeing Roman Dolidze at 205. Kevin Holland here. Both of these guys, it says 185, but as we know, he was down in welterweight for a little bit. So both of these guys going to be competing in a middleweight bout. Kevin Holland's been bouncing in between, but if he wins this, he has to stay here. He's in the top 10. Like I said, I'll be coming out with a video about that a little bit later, but the title run might be on the way. Kevin Holland has the height advantage here, the reach advantage. I think he can go out here and win this fight, obviously. Even if I thought he was going to lose, I'm going to tell you guys he's going to win because, like I said, my GOAT right here. Stats-wise, better striker statistically. Grappling-wise, both of them, I don't expect either one to really do too much, though we did see Kevin Holland win that last fight by, I believe, armbar, right? Is that what the official fight history was? Submission in the first round. Okay, I guess they're not going to tell me exactly what it was. He did get the performance of the night submission. I'm pretty sure it was an armbar in that first round. So W there. But yeah, I'm going with Kevin Holland in this fight. Next up, Kayla Harrison versus Vieira. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I really don't know who this person is. I've probably seen her fight before. If I look at her fight history, she's definitely fought like, okay, so yeah, she fought Pennington in 2023. She hasn't fought in over a year, and she's ranked number 2. Interesting. Kayla Harrison's going to steamroll this. Kayla Harrison is the most exciting fighter in all of women's MMA right now, in my opinion. Another one up there, though, shout out Zhang Weili. Different weight class, though, I'm pretty sure. This is where my casualness comes in with the UFC is in the women's department, but yeah, don't blame me here. Kayla Harrison's minus 800. I don't even is it going to be a first round knockout? Probably. Average fight time, 6 minutes and 47 seconds. She was on 300. I don't believe she's fought since 300. Yeah, okay. So she hasn't fought since 300. She's going to be coming in here. Another interesting thing, too, is that weight cut didn't look too great. I mean, obviously, she used to fight at 155, I believe. So we'll see how she comes in. I think it'll be easier this time for her. I would assume that she has the weight cut more under control now, going into it for, I believe, the second time or third time, whatever it is. I know she hasn't had many fights in the UFC, but yeah, I mean, I think she's going to go out and try to get a first round finish, whatever we see here. If it's by takedown, if it's by knockout, she's the most exciting fighter so far that I've seen in a while in women's MMA. So definitely taking Kayla Harrison here. Now, Jose Aldo, Mario Bautista. This is a fight that is pretty interesting to me. Some people have said that they're not excited for this or not interested. And for me, I mean, I'm pretty interested. I want to go on here and I want to see on Tapology here. I'm just interested to see what the predictions are for people. People, 80% going for Aldo in this, which is interesting. Is that because he's a fan favorite? Is that because we want to see him move back up? Or is that because people truly believe in Jose Aldo getting back up to a title contention? I mean, in bantamweight right now, he's 10th going against Bautista at 11th. Realistically, where would this move him up? Either one of these guys will be moved up somewhere around here, I would believe. I don't know. It's kind of hard with Cheeto still being at 7, Henry being here at 6. Obviously, bantamweight is a very interesting division right now because we got Umar, we got Merab, obviously, as the new champion, Corey, Petr Yan, Figueiredo up there at the top 5 as well. And then we got some younger guys too as well down there. So it's going to be interesting. Who do I think is going to win this fight? This is one of those fights that I just feel like Jose Aldo is going to go out there and win. Do I think this because of stats? We can look statistically. Obviously, the KO's there. We know that. The fight time, 14 minutes. Could this go the distance? Yeah, most likely. I mean, when we're looking at this, only 9.9% out of this, I'm trying to do the math here. 10% out of this 80%, which is technically, I guess you guys understand, right? This equals 100%. People believe that it's going to go to decision, basically. I think that Aldo can go out there and get it done. Honestly, he's the underdog here. I think the storyline is that Aldo needs to win this and try to get one more crack at the bantamweight belt because the UFC loves this. If he wins, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets boosted up like a lot higher and then they give him someone in here and try to get him a title shot right away. Like at 10 right now, if he wins this, he could be one fight away from a championship because they could just give him someone in this top 5. And if Sean's out for a year, they have Umar go against Merab. They have him go against, I don't know, one of these guys within this area, 3 to 6. And then they're going to say, if he wins that, they're going to say, oh, Aldo's going to go get the belt. I think Aldo needs to win this fight. I just feel like it makes more sense in the storyline, in the plot. Makes more sense to me to go with Aldo. And I'm going with my heart on this one. Not over my head, because I could see how Bautista wins this. He's the favorite right now. I don't know how updated this is, though, because I feel like by fight night, Aldo's going to get a good amount of the money. So, I don't know. I'm going with my heart here. Let's go with Aldo. Now, this fight, Pennington versus Peña. Minus 180 for Raquel Pennington is unbelievable in this. I'm not going to say I'm going to delete the channel or anything. I'm not going to go crazy. But I just don't understand how Julianna Peña could win this fight. Like, let's look at this. Let's look at Peña's past history, right? If it doesn't even want to show me. She's number 1 right now. Let's look at her fight history. She hasn't got a win since... What is this? Where is this? December 2021. And you're telling me she's going to come in here and go win the championship. Like, this is, like, not as bad as Stipe. But, like, I don't understand how she's so close. Like, yeah, I understand she's a good fighter. She can get the submission. She can go in there and land some armbar or something. Yeah, she beat Nunes. But I don't understand that long off of a time period. I don't think it's possible. I don't think she can come in here and win this fight. And Pennington, yeah, she's pretty boring if we're being realistic. Like, look at these. Decision. Submission here. That was cool. That was in 2021, though. I just said we're not going to be talking about 2021. So she's defended the belt once a year. She's won, I believe, I don't know. I guess she won the belt here. Like I said, I don't know. I get messed up when they have the championship belt here. Like I said, I'm a little bit of a casual when we're talking about the women's MMA. But I guess she won the belt earlier this year. I do remember watching this fight, and I guess I'm not a huge fan of either of these fighters, but I think Pennington's going to breeze this fight. That being said, do I think breeze means going out and getting a first-round finish? No. I think she's going to breeze to a decision victory. I'm assuming that we can also see this here. I'd assume that we're going to see a decision for both of them. Pennington, 67%. 97% of that is by decision. Then there's a small percentage that Peña could go out there and get submission. But like I said, I don't see how Pennington doesn't win this fight. Realistically. I don't understand how she wouldn't win this fight. I do want to look at this Kevin Holland real quick. Okay, 64-36. We're seeing it. KO. Let's go. Kevin Holland by knockout. That would be fantastic to see. But I think Pennington's going to cruise and dominate to a championship win here. Now, Alex Pereira versus Khalil Rountree. This fight has been, I wouldn't say like criticized by many people. I think a lot of people were interested by the decision making here of Khalil Rountree. And then we find out that it's mostly because Magomed said that he didn't want to fight if it wasn't overseas or whatever the reasoning was. The thing I want to say about this is that if we look in these rankings right here, and I'm going to start this off by saying that I'm a huge Alex Pereira fan. I mean, I don't know who isn't. I don't know how you can hate this guy. Like, he's come in and he's dominated almost every single person that he has fought, right? He's had some close fights. Obviously, the one with Izzy, both of those fights, getting the knockout and then getting knocked out the second time. The one, I believe it was Jan in the first, Jan versus Pereira. That one was interesting at the time, watching that back, because Jan had a lot of time on the ground, and I honestly think that's probably the closest that I've seen Pereira to losing in a while. Statistically, I guess that's right, since he knocked out Yuri twice. But if there's anyone on here that I would like to see Pereira, not saying that I want to see him lose, but Khalil Rountree, like if Khalil Rountree wins this fight somehow, which I'll also talk about the chances about this, but if Rountree wins this fight, I would be kind of sad, since obviously Pereira he's a cool champion. He goes out there and fights multiple times per year. So stick with me here. I'm not saying I want him to lose. Pereira is one of my favorite fighters. But if Khalil Rountree was to beat him, when we're looking at these other options on here, like, I mean, come on, guys. Let's read some of these names. If Khalil Rountree was the one to knock out Pereira or beat him, I would be very upset, because there would be so much hate online towards Khalil Rountree. They'd be like, oh, Pereira lost. It would be the same thing that we saw with Sean O'Malley, which I was very upset about that. And I'm not going to come on here and say I like Merab. But at the end of the day, I was very upset at the time, got over it. Obviously, I'm a Sean O'Malley glazer, but, you know, I'm not happy to see Merab be the champion. But if Khalil Rountree got that same kind of hate, I would be kind of upset, because this guy's story has been fantastic. I think he would be a great champion. And honestly, I do think Pereira is going to chin him. I think he's going to knock him out here. But I do think that we have the odds at minus 455. I think there's a slight chance. I want to see what people are predicting here. I think there's an ever so slight chance that maybe Rountree goes in there and gets it done. Would I be upset in the moment? I don't even think I would be upset. Like I said, Pereira is one of my favorite fighters, but Rountree, it just intrigues me so much, and I don't think people are giving him a big enough chance. I don't think Pereira has a 92% chance to win this. And you may call me crazy, saying, oh, well, Rountree didn't even deserve this. At age 34, if there's anyone that I want to see be champion in light heavyweight, it's either Khalil Rountree or Yuri Prochazka. Pereira is going to be gone within, I don't know. I mean, we have to be realistic, right? He's 37 years old. We have to be realistic. We don't know how long he's going to be down here. Maybe he moves down to middleweight again. If he does, who knows? Maybe he moves up to heavyweight. If there's anyone that I would want to see to beat him, it would be Khalil Rountree. So I wouldn't be too upset if that happened. What do I think is going to happen? I mean, my default prediction, every single Pereira fight is second round knockout. Can he go out there and knock Rountree out in the first? Yeah. I think he's going to get it done in under 3 rounds. I don't know what the spread for rounds is, honestly. I would assume it's around 2.5 or 3.5. I don't think it's 4.5. There's no way. So, I guess they don't have it right here yet. But I would take the under 3 rounds here. I think Pereira can get it done in the first, second, maybe the third at the very latest. But like I said, if Khalil Rountree won this, I think a lot of people would be upset, because obviously I think everyone loves Pereira. But if there's anyone to beat him, I think Rountree would be a good guy to beat him. But like I said, I do think Pereira is going to win. So going over it real quick, I think Pereira under 3 rounds knockout. I think Pennington's going to go out there and win by decision. I think Aldo's going to win by decision. Kayla Harrison finish. I'm not exactly sure there. So if you're looking for something, I don't know what her odds would be by finish. I would assume it'd be a little bit better than -800. Kevin Holland. This one's the most interesting. Like I said, there'll be a video later out on the channel about this fight and just him specifically going on that title run, which we will see. Do I think he's gonna win by? I think the odds are close enough where I personally would just take the money line here. I think he's gonna win. I don't know exactly how he's gonna win, but I think he's gonna win this fight. So, like I said, let me know down below what you guys think. Give me your predictions for this card. Hopefully, we can come back and at least win 4 out of these 5. Realistically, I think this would be the one fight. Like, I'm pretty confident in this one. I'm very confident in Pennington. If Pennington loses, I don't even know. Like, that's how confident. -180 is insane to me. Like, I feel like it should be. Maybe I'm wrong. Like I said, I'm the casual here with the women's MMA, but I feel like it should be at least -300. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Maybe Julianna Peña is going to go out there and win. Who knows? I think this is the closest one, though. Kayla Harrison's going to get it done. Kevin Holland's the GOAT. I'm not even worried about him. But this is the closest one here. I think if I get one wrong, this would probably be it right here. Jose Aldo fight. So let me know down below your guys' predictions. Like I said, I'll be trying to get at least 2 videos out on here every single week in October, November, December for the rest of the year. So if you haven't yet, go hit the subscribe down below. Hope to see you guys in the next one.